Alright, so in Card Clash, I take two decks of similar themes, in this case the Aurum deck and the Artisans Deck by Theory 11, compare the two on the Clash board, and then I'll tell you which deck's better based on that statistic. For Card Clash, we'll only be comparing the cards inside the card boxes. We won't actually be comparing the boxes today, although both card boxes are really nice. Alright, so now let's start off by showing you the Artisans. Just a brief, quick summary of what the deck looks like. This is the back design, real nice, standard size border, gold inks all over the back. This is the Ace of Spades. The court cards have gold, shiny ink on them as well. And this is what the jokers look like. You get two jokers. And the red coloration is a slightly darker red. Alright, and now the Artisans. This is what the back design looks like. It has metallic ink all over, silver inks, gold ink, purple ink. This is the Ace of Spades. It's really nice. Custom aces. All the aces are custom. This is another example. And you get two jokers. One looks like this and the other one has an alternative coloring. The red cards are purple and all the cards feature a custom purple font. The court cards also has a recoloration and is a redrawn version of the standard court cards. Here's a gold card. The Aurum also features really thin borders, which is also nice. Alright, now let's take the two decks and put them together in the Clash board. This is the Clash board. I'm going to be comparing the cards by color changes and card games. Is it good for that category? Longevity, comparing how durable each of the decks are. The artwork of the deck, seeing which has more artwork and if the artwork actually made the deck better. Spreads and handling. I'll be comparing all of those with each other. Alright, starting off with color changes and card games. This deck, the Artisans, feature red ink on the cards, so you have red and black cards in this deck, which means color changes have a nice pop to them. You're more likely to get a real easy color change, in my opinion. Alright, now with the Aurum deck, because it features black and purple spot cards, it makes it a little hard to score better color changes, in my opinion. Like, let me show you a color change real quick. Because of the darker colors, the color changes don't really pop out as much. Let me get a different card. See, they don't really pop out as much. That was a red card changing to a purple card. A red card changing to a black card. Alright, so for color changes in card games, I have to give it to the Artisans because the red ink on the spot cards just works better for color changes than purple. Black to purple. So I'm going to put that right there. Actually, yeah, right there is fine. Next is durability and longevity, L. Starting with the Artisans, I can't really tell you which deck lasts longer, to be honest. I'll just show you springs and stuff with them. But they're both high quality decks. And with Aurum's B stock and the high quality performance finish or magic finish on the Aurum, it's safe to say that this deck will last a long time as well. For longevity and durability, I have to give these cards a tie because I can't really give you a for sure answer, both decks being new this year. At this time, I'm going to give them a tie, though. They're both super durable. Alright, now let's get into the artwork of the cards. Alright, starting with the Aurum deck, you'll notice that you have custom everything. Custom pips, custom font, custom everything. The faces are custom, got a crazy single line drawn into it. That's like the biggest thing I show off to people. As for the Artisans though, concerning artwork, you get a custom back with gold ink. I love that. And plus it looks really nice. Custom Joker, which is not exactly one of my favorites. And a custom Ace of Spades, which I like how it fills up the whole card versus the Aurum cards. For artwork, it's really tough to say, but Aurum wins if you didn't. If you really couldn't figure it out by now. It has a lot of custom everything, there's just more artwork put to it. The Artisans look great with the standard faces, but not enough custom stuff was put into it. So Aurum wins for artwork, and plus the artwork's really good to boot to begin with for the Aurum deck. Alright, so now let's get into spreads and fanning. Starting with the Artisans deck, it has a nice finish to it. I have no idea what finish it has, but it's working out really good. I can fan it real easily, especially with the slow fanning. The pit placement for the indexes are really nice. You can see all the numbers when you fan the cards. The printing is near perfect for the faces. Giant fans are a little boring though because of the back design. It features 2 borders on the back, making giant fans look pretty boring in my opinion. Here's a giant fan, and here's a giant circle fan. The paw spreads aren't anything special either, in my opinion. With the Aurum deck, you have a magic finish on it, which makes fanning real easy to do as well. With the thin borders on the back, thumb fans look really cool in person when you do thumb fans, especially the slow fan. Yeah, it looks really nice. Thin borders are really big for me in my opinion. It has a corner flare, making the back fans really entertaining. With the pit placement though and the smaller indices, it's kind of hard to see the numbers when you do fans. The spacing on here is a little too far inside in my opinion. Unless you're a thumb fan perfectionist, it'll be pretty hard to see the numbers when you fan them. The paw spreads, even though it has thin borders, look alright. And finally with the giant fans, they look like this. Because of the corner, you get dual pattern on it, and with the design in the middle of the card, if I had better lighting, you'd see it looks really nice in giant fans, especially the giant circle fan. Alright, for spreads, I can't give it to the Artisans. It was a really tough decision for me to pick for the spreading ability because I really enjoy spreading both decks. And especially with the Artisans pit placement. What really sold me for the Aurums, for my decision, for the spreads, is the thin borders and the corner pit flare. So I'm just gonna stick that. The Aurums get the spreading. Now, they get a point for spreads. Alright, finally now let's get to handling, the most important part about playing cards. So far we have 1 point for Artisans for color changes card games. We got a tie for durability. Aurum's got the artwork and Aurum got the spreads because of the thin borders. It's time for the ultimate test, the handling of the cards. The Artisans handles really good. It fits all of my preferences. Though I'll admit it's not as slippery as the Aurum deck. Now, because handling is a preference kind of thing, this final test is only gonna be judged with my preferences. And well, yeah, they're practically the same in terms of handling, in my opinion. They feel different, but yeah, there you go. That's how this handles. It handles good. That's how the Artisans handle. And the Aurum deck is more slippery, making fans easier to do, which ultimately means I picked the Aurum for fanning and handling because I'm a card fanner more than a cardist. This deck is slipperier, much slipperier than the Artisans. But yeah, they both handle good. I like the handling to both decks. Alright, so for handling, I give it a tie for both decks. The main difference in terms of handling for the two is the Artisan's better for cardistry cuts. I feel more comfy doing it, and I don't drop the cards as often. And for the Aurum deck, they're better for fanning cards. They're better for spreading and stuff. Alright, so Aurum got 2 points, Artisan got 1. The Aurum deck wins the clash. The card clash. Alright, thanks for watching.